Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And it's Monday, long weekend. I know you need this.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, mother. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let it slip, or you'll be leaving with a fat lip.
All right, let's go. Long weekend. Hopefully got some good time off. The July 4th weekend had some fun. I want to make sure all of our little crew members out there have all their fingers and toes. Oak Forest, I'm looking in your direction right now.
What? You talk about Oak Forest like that for what reason?
Because Oak Forest is known to have a lot of fingers and toes be blown off on July 4th weekend.
You're lying.
Go look at
Did they beat records or something? Oak Forest beats records?
Go look at the stats.
For toes
Go
and fingers?
look at the stats. Go look at the emergency room down there.
I would think for like oak trees in Oak Forest, but no, it's fingers and toes.
Yep, fingers and toes.
Okay.
Yep. Listen, I've done the research.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I've done the deep dive.
I forgot I'm talking to a scientist.
That's right. I sit here all night long doing the research. But please check in, 312-591-80. If you want to give us that proof of life, check in with Brian and Kenzie after the long weekend. Listen, we're going to get to your recap your weekends. I had an awesome weekend, man. It's the first time I felt good in 3 weeks. Got out there, drank, ate, NASCAR, fireworks, Cubs games.
Drink, ate, NASCAR?
Drink, ate, NASCAR.
I don't know if NASCAR, if that's a verb. Were you NASCARing?
I did go yesterday, and I did get wet, but it was amazing. It was unbelievable.
You liked it that much, huh?
I loved it. I think it's amazing. It's so fun. It's so cool. It's incredible how they build that whole thing down there. And, people like, the poor rain, the poor people, they get this rain here 2 years in a row, but it was awesome. But give us a check-in. We got the Bristol Renaissance Fair tickets coming up at 7:10. Mm-hmm. So that'll be coming up this week, actually, on Saturday.
Yes, I'm very excited to go out there and meet you guys because we're going to have, what's the word, caravan?
Yeah, we're caravanning out there.
I don't understand what that means because isn't that like a car?
Case, what do you think a caravan is?
I thought it was like a car. I thought we were driving a car through the Renaissance Fair.
That's what I meant. I'm like, well, it's not very Renaissance-y to keep talking about caravans.
So there's a Dodge Caravan that's a minivan.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with this. But
that's what I thought the saying came from.
We're not piling into a Dodge Caravan and heading up north to the Renaissance Fair.
I thought maybe it's because a bunch of people can fit in a caravan.
It's true. They're pretty
and
roomy.
A bunch of people are getting together. That's what I thought the saying came from. What is the saying?
So a caravan is multiple vehicles in a row all going someplace. So
that wasn't that far off.
Yeah. But it's not a single vehicle. It's not the Dodge Caravan minivan. This could be, I don't know, it could be a Ford Taurus. It could be a Prius. It could be a Tesla. It could be a Jeep. All together. Rolling.
But how does it, why, but we're going to be on foot at the Renaissance Fair. We're not going to drive our cars through.
Well, we're all driving up together. Technically we're not driving together. We're all caravanning up there from different locations.
I see. I'm understanding.
And then we'll all be there.
I just want to make sure I don't mess it up on Saturday.
No,
I don't feel like I understood the definition. Did you buy an outfit yet?
I did not.
Gee, I'm so excited.
Part of me wants to wear the one last year.
No.
I already bought it, so I want to go buy another one.
You should have just returned it on Amazon.
Well, it was sweaty.
Yikes.
I mean, really sweaty.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it was disgusting when I took that thing off last year. But it's dried out since then. It's been a year.
That's great.
Yeah.
I just feel like you need a new look.
Yeah.
Case didn't even dress up last year.
That's not true.
No, he was a friar. He looked like a friar.
Were you just wearing your vest from Halloween?
No, I was wearing a whole robe and everything.
Yeah, he had a big robe on.
Really?
I was like a whole character last year.
I thought that was just your outfit.
No, I wasn't wearing a robe to the Renaissance Fair.
I just can't tell with you anymore. I just thought those were your clothes.
Nah, the brown robe.
The brown robe and sandals that I wore were not something I would normally wear.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was just a band thing.
No, it wasn't a band thing. It was a Renaissance thing.
It was very, very much so.
like the hymnals or something? I thought it was like a band gear.
No, I was doing the thing that you asked me to do. I dressed up for the Renaissance Fair.
Oh, well, I appreciate you.
I know. I get no thank you.
Sorry.
You know, if he would have shaved the center of his head and had the hair on like Elmer Fudd has in Bugs Bunny,
like
wearing the
in Game of
friar tuck.
Thrones, where they carve into their forehead a circle with a star in it.
Yeah.
If you would have committed,
He didn't go all in.
you know,
Well, story of my life. I didn't go all in.
obviously.
So we'll have those tickets coming up in an hour, 7:10, and Clash with Kenzie for the Bristol Renaissance Fair.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Here's the Veil, Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Now time for a fact that makes your brain just go. Let's make it easy and fun on Monday. We're easing back into the week. Hopefully had a couple days off, everybody, to chill and eat. And speaking of eating, let's just do this. How many hot dogs do you think were eaten on July 4th this year? So let's just give a reference point. There's 335 million people in America, roughly. That's the population.
And everybody had more than one.
I don't know.
So I would say
there's
times two.
I don't know, because there's a lot of people out there. I'm not sure who they are. I've heard about people that don't like hot dogs. Shocking. I know.
But then some people have like 8, so I think it makes up for it.
That's right. It balances
so you
out.
said 340 million people?
Roughly 335
so
in America.
680 million hot dogs.
In one day.
2 per person.
680 million?
2 per. Why are you looking at me like that?
That's a lot.
I just thought 2 per person.
Now me,
I can eat 2 hot dogs.
well, of course. I mean,
What the hell is
I don't know.
that supposed to mean? What do you mean?
I mean, you just said everybody loves hot dogs. Everybody eats a couple, so I figured you were one of the many, the masses.
No, I said I can eat 2, and you said, well, of course.
Yeah, because you're one of the masses of the people.
I'm like massive? I'm one of the massive?
Masses. You're America. You're one of Americans.
I don't know why you have to call me fat. Every day.
Case,
Every day.
Case? I can't hear you, Case. Your mic's
Oh,
off over there. Hi. Off a few days, forgot to turn the mic on.
Yeah, I'm new here. What can I say?
Yeah.
Did you hear him call me fat?
I did.
That's not
And that's
true.
exactly what he said, too.
I know.
This is why
This
America sucks right now. I just
Happy 4th of July.
I'm just riffing a little
America
bit, and everybody hears something different.
I'm more concerned with the people that don't like hot dogs, because they always like to think that they're better than you because they don't like hot dogs. They go, oh, do you know what's inside of them? I go, no, and I don't care. Let me have another hot dog.
Those are the worst people to have at your barbecue.
Those are the single
worst.
worst people in the world.
That's right.
No one does something worse than that.
No, it's people that hate hot dogs, number 1, everyone else, number 2.
Amen.
Those people should be marched to the border and asked to leave.
That's right.
That's gorgeous.
I will show them the way out. Love it or leave it. When I'm talking love it, I mean hot dogs.
That's right. And listen, to your point, you don't have to love hot dogs, but don't tell me they're hooves and snouts. I don't need to hear that. That's what they always say. You know, they're like, all the parts left over. Well, they're not. A Vienna beef hot dog is delicious, and it's quality meat.
I don't care. I guess hooves are good. I don't know.
Maybe they are.
That's none of my business. You
That's
know?
true, Kenzie. The argument of, oh, do you know what's inside of there has never convinced me not to eat one.
Right, like I guess that stuff tastes good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's intestines. Well, I guess those are flavorful. I
That's
don't know
right.
what to tell you.
Listen, once upon a time, we had to eat each other and animals out in the forest. We had to hunt and gather and eat things.
Yeah.
We need to eat each other.
That's right. And now, fine companies like Vienna Beef make hot dogs for us.
And God bless America.
God bless them. So, all right, think about that number. The number of hot dogs eaten on July 4th this year alone. Just that one day. Think about that. We'll give it to you at 6:30.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain go as to how many hot dogs were eaten on July 4th in America. Kenzie said, what'd you say, 680 million?
Yeah, I just times 2.
Times 2 of 335 million of America, so 2 per person.
Well, you said 340 because everyone's going to be like, you're an idiot.
I said
Throwing math.
335 first.
And no, I said 340.
Well, either way, it's roughly around that
Okay.
range of America.
That made me sound stupid.
And Case said he just was too concerned with people that just don't eat a hot dog to give a number.
I'll say about 200,000 hot dogs were consumed. I think the anti-hot dog brigade is growing, and I think this has been a tough year for hot dogs.
200,000 hot dogs.
I think that's it.
That's it.
That happened in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest alone. I don't believe that.
All right, well, the number is for hot dogs eaten on July 4th is just one day of hot dogs.
Yes.
150 million. 150 million.
Wow.
So about, little less than half of America ate at least one dog.
I don't recognize this country anymore. That number, I know I guess low.
I was going to say, but that's above what you thought. I thought
Yeah.
you'd be proud of Americans.
Yeah, I want
Proud
to
of
be.
Americans.
I want to be proud of Americans. I want to be proud to be an American, but that number is deflating.
Well, I can tell you, just judging from my lens, I had 7 hot dogs on July 4th.
Walk me through the food tour.
Well, we had some friends in town, so grilled out. And when there's some kids, you always make more than you think you need.
Sure.
Because you don't want a kid that's hungry. Forget about it.
Well, and even if they say they don't want it, they're going to want it in about 4 minutes.
Exactly.
As soon as you're eating it.
Like a rabid dog and like,
Well, the second you're enjoying something, they've
Yeah.
had enough of that.
do
You know?
you want a hot dog? No. Hey, wait a minute. Can I have a bite of yours? No.
No,
And then,
you look like you're happy. I'm going to take it.
So I took I made a bunch of hot dogs, and then they were left over, of course. Like you said, you can't win that situation. But we don't waste food in my house.
No, you do not.
So I had 3 for myself as a sitting. I planned on eating 3. And then as conversation happened between, the friends and the adults and the kids went to go play, I just started casually grabbing hot dogs like I was getting a drink of water.
Wait, like you're the Grinch? You're just
Like
stuffing
it's
hot
a
dogs into your
snack.
pocket?
Yeah,
You know when you grab like a handful of pretzels? Brian's like, I'll just have 7 hot dogs.
like a little bowl of chips. No, I'll have a hot
Yeah.
dog. And that's the only reason I know I had 7 is because I made that the number I made for everybody, and I go, oh, well, they're gone now. Oh, wow. So I had 7 hot
No
dogs.
one had any besides you?
Well, they had some, but like to your point, Kenzie, it's like if they say they want them, they don't eat them. If they say they don't want them, they do eat them. And they said they wanted them, so I made them. I don't want leftover food, but I ate it all. 7 dogs. It was delicious.
Now,
Vienna beef, by the way.
I feel like I don't know if you have one of these, but they're called a refrigerator. So if you make food, you don't necessarily have to waste, you don't have to completely fill yourself with all of it. You could have put some in the fridge and had like a hot dog the next day.
After they're cooked?
Yeah. What do you mean
No.
after they're cooked?
Get out of town. You can't do that.
Oh my gosh.
Not for a hot dog. Hot dogs are meant to be eaten in the moment.
Thank you.
Okay.
Smoked.
You can heat it up the next day.
No.
Now listen.
No, you can. It's a fact. It's not like a debate. Like, you can heat it up the next. This isn't a question I'm asking you guys.
No, this is a debate. I don't believe it. I don't believe you can heat up a hot dog the next day and have that same crunch, like the crispness of
You
the.
could
And then,
fry it in a skillet. You could refry.
sounds dangerous with bacteria. I better just eat it right now.
Kenzie, it's going to be much safer if we eat all these hot dogs right now.
Honestly, it's a danger if we put them in the fridge and have them in less than 24 hours.
Did you, Brian, did you just do dogs or you do burgers too?
Oh, I did burgers too, and I did brats. I did chicken.
Okay, so what all did you eat other than the 7 hot dogs? Because
Well,
it doesn't seem like you're telling the full story.
Amen.
I didn't want to get into that. I had a burger and a half because I ate one, and then Megan said I was going to eat 2, and then Megan said, "Can I have a half of that one?" I said, "All right, you can have a half." And then there was no more burgers, so I just got a half. I would have had 2.
Okay.
And then I had a slab of chicken.
What do you mean a slab of chicken? I've never heard chicken described like that before.
I get the breast meats, and then you hammer them down, and you put them on the grill there, and they're kind of like a slab, I guess. And then I had 1 brat.
That's a good day for you, man.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Good Lord.
I'll have you know, I
What?
lost 10 pounds from the pneumonia, and
I'm sure you found all of it.
I've only gained 1 pound back from the 4-day weekend. Only 1 pound back.
When did
after
you
all.
weigh yourself?
I weighed myself yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, what did you eat at NASCAR yesterday? Because that might have put on a few more pounds.
Well, believe it or not, I didn't eat at NASCAR.
That doesn't sound right.
It was
Yeah.
well. Listen,
It was expensive. Now it sounds like Brian.
yeah, it was expensive. That's right. Yeah.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 and recapping the long weekend. Again, hope you got some time off to enjoy, grill out, eat one of the 150 million hot dogs that we're eating, all that stuff. But this is a turn that happens with some people's 4th of July. 4th of July was going great until blank. And you guys fill in the blank at 312-591-8300. Boy, did people start checking in right away. Rick checked in from Homewood. 4th of July was going great until I was sent to the hospital for severe chest pains after competing in a family-wide belly flop competition.
Ow.
I won, but at what cost?
Honestly, winning's what matters. That's what we say in our family to our kids. You'll be fine. At least you won.
Rick says, I've since been discharged, thankfully. So I can't tell what happened there as far as he said severe chest pains from the flop, or did he have a heart attack on the flop when hitting the water? You know
I
what I
would
mean?
think from the flop that it ricochets inside of you. I don't know if you've ever done one.
Oh, I've done one.
Yeah, it's like it starts on the outside and the paint just moves inward.
Yeah.
That's honestly a great way to describe it.
Thank you.
It's full body pressure. It was probably a flop-induced heart attack.
Absolutely. They're one and the same.
A flop-induced heart attack.
What are you in for? Belly flop?
It's too bad.
It is.
Here, take some Tums. You'll be all right.
But this is what happens when you're a winner. You get to brag about it now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it is true that people will remember that forever. They're not going to remember that you came in second in the family-wide belly flop competition.
Exactly. Remember that next 4th of July, everybody.
Yeah.
Then you're just a loser. Nobody wants you.
People checking in here. Let's see. A lot of people checking in that they just forgot they had to work the next day.
That's too bad.
Yeah, like 4th of July was going great until I found out I had to work a 10-hour shift on Saturday.
Ew.
Added on that one, too. Yikes. That's no good. Also, people checking in here, 312-591-8300. Lisa in Aurora says, this is so embarrassing because I know you guys were joking about it, but I got pulled over for speeding on my way back from buying fireworks over in the region.
Oh, no.
I didn't go to prison like Brian said I might, but the police officer confiscated the fireworks and my kids were disappointed in me. Can you imagine making that run to Indiana for fireworks and coming back with nothing?
I probably think the police officer just didn't have fireworks, and so he took hers and went home and shot off fireworks on his lawn.
I would love to know what happens with confiscated fireworks. Did they go to the city? Did they improve the show for the neighborhood? Or like what exactly, or is there just a room somewhere full of fireworks? Because that seems dangerous.
Well, everybody out there.
That's a tough confiscation room.
Everybody out there that's had weed confiscated by the cops, not myself, not saying that, but they always say, well, you know they're just smoking it back there, right? They took our weed and they're just smoking it. So I wonder if the cops go back to their station and have a fireworks show with Lisa's fireworks?
With Lisa's fireworks? That's
Those
extra
are Lisa's.
hurtful.
Do you think somebody saw it and went, oh my God, those are Lisa's?
Let's see, we got a bottle rocket, an M200. Yep, that's Lisa's order. God, that's terrible. That sucks.
That is. Just like 773, they checked in. They said 4th of July was going great until my neighbor's fireworks landed on top of my solar panels and started a fire.
Oh, my God.
That was Chris from Chicago? That's terrifying.
Also, I mean, is that kind of fireworks trying to take nature back and say, no, you will not have solar power. You will go back to coal power, electricity. Use nuclear power, you moron.
Well, Dodger Boy texted in and said 4th of July was great until my son lost a fight with a chair and now has to wear a walking boot. I don't even know what that means.
Yikes.
Lost a fight with a chair. You're supposed to sit in them.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody told him.
I'm imagining it closed up on him, like one of those folding chairs and closed up on his
that's
ankle.
an interesting take.
Could be.
Oh, I thought he was wrestling the chair.
Me
No.
too.
I used to wrestle a pillow, but
I
that
bet.
it was.
Did you wrestle? Is that what you told your mom when she walked in the room? You were wrestling it? Practicing?
Mom, I need to clean the pillowcase again.
Yeah, for all those fights you're going to get in.
Why does your pillowcase get so dirty?
Why is it hard as a rock?
Oh,
Because I
man.
was wrestling
They
it.
were going to wrestle him.
A lot of fireworks problems. Earl and Hammond checked in. Fireworks went boom. Unfortunately, they went boom directly into my Ford Escape.
Oh, crap.
Now I have to buy a new car. Oh, no.
I suppose it didn't live up to its name, huh?
No.
Thank you.
Well, keep checking in. 312-591-8300. 4th of July was going great until blank. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
We have Gil Curtis with your headlines not too far off, but we're still doing 4th of July was going great until blank. Now, that usually sounds like a bad thing, but Kenzie, I think you'll find this one probably a blessing in disguise. 630 says, my weekend was going well until my son broke his toe, couldn't play in his baseball team's last tournament. Now he misses the tryout window for travel baseball next year.
Oh, consider it a blessing.
It's a blessing,
Wow,
not a curse.
God has smiled upon you.
I know the kid's probably really upset, but the gods did smile upon you.
No travel baseball next year, baby.
No,
Stay
310
at home.
games.
Enjoy your actual summer. Look at that.
Right.
Beautiful.
He'll get over it. He'll get over it.
That would never happen for me.
We hope his,
God would never do that for me.
we hope his toe heals very nicely.
Kenzie, you're not saying you want your 10-year-old to break his toe,
No.
but
No.
But
But listen, do I make I make lemonade out of lemons? Absolutely.
Famously.
That's how you have to live your life. What am I supposed to sit around and cry about it? No, I'd make his summer awesome. And fine, I get a little bonus for being an awesome mom. Sorry.
We're not saying Kenzie walks around the family room floor when he's watching TV with cinder blocks and accidentally drops them and tries to get his towel.
Are there nails sticking up on the staircase? I don't know. I didn't build.
Kenzie's recently invested in a bowling ball collection that are just falling down the stairs at will now.
Well, they're slippery.
Kenzie's like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. The house is all rigged for him to break his toe.
I'm the only one who's ended up injured. It sucks.
You end up being Wile E. Coyote.
It's very Tom and Jerry. It's not going well.
You can keep these coming through the entire show today. We'll call them out at 312-591-8300. 4th of July was going great until blank. Here's Go Curtis.
This is not headline news. Kevin Costner's new Western has been a critical and commercial flop. Reached for comment, he said, "At least I didn't shoot my cinematographer." Danny Trejo got into a fight with a guy who hit him with a water balloon during a 4th of July parade. Which begs the question, what kind of idiot brings a water balloon to a machete fight? 94-year-old Clint Eastwood is auctioning his prized possessions, which currently are diapers and oxygen. And Ringo Starr turned 84 yesterday. Now when Ringo says he gets by with a little help from his friends, those friends are Cialis and Viagra. This is not headline news.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.